Welcome back, everybody. We have a video from X from the account Alexander Duncan, and looks like the Ohio State Representative Ishmael Mohammed is the person in the video.
Ohio State Representative.
Yes.
Ohio is a red state.
aad iyo aad baan rabaa marka ugu horeysa inaan uga mahad celiyo runtii TV qaranka iyo maamulkiisaba waa laba waxoo taariikh runtii oo aan ka sameynay gobolkeena Ohio especially khaasan magaalada Columbus marka ugu horeysa waxa way Sayid Maxamed Cabdulla Xasan waa aabihii Soomaaliya runtii waa qof maxal dhahay sharaftiisa iyo karaamadiisa qof la mid ah orta taariikhda Soomaaliya kuma jirto marka runtii hadafkiga go'an bay ahayd anoo xitaa soo bixin ka hor baan maskaxdayda ku jirto runtii haddii aan mar wado mise wax lagu maamuusiyo qof bini aadan oo Soomaaliya Sayid Maxamed Cabdulla Xasan baa istaahila taariikhna oo runtii aan ku xusno magaalada Columbus Ohio wada aan ku magac darnay taasna runtii taariikh bay noo tahay dhowr iyo 20 in haysano xildhibaan kala duwan of course Ilhaan Umarna noo tahay xildhibaanadeena federaalka noo fadhida gobolka Minnesota ka socota xildhibaano ilaa gaaraya dhowr iyo 10 runtii oo dhinaca siriga iyo state-ka baa ku fadhino marka urur baa sameeysanay anagu waa isku xiranaa runtii qol baan isku jirnaa hadafkeenu waxa weeyna ka wada hadalno xaaladaha waliba Soomaaliya saameynaya waa dadkeeni waa dalkeen.
First things first.
Yeah, and I knew that it was going to be hard, that you're going to have to read it all, but that's the point. This is an Ohio State Senator.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
But he's not speaking English.
Exactly. Why in the world if you're supposed to be a United States state representative, why are you not speaking English? Who are you speaking to? Because it's not the English people that you're meant to be representing. So clearly you're only representing your Somalians. Mm-hmm. And I'm not down with that. I'm sorry.
Did you see the group chat he just talked about?
Yes.
And he talked about all of the people that are in the group chat, and they're all working toward one thing. It's our country. It's our people.
Said the quiet part out loud.
Absolutely.
Is what it looks like to me.
And even though you have to listen to for about another 30 seconds, read closely. And
it's our country, it's our people. No, it's not. It's the United States, which is my country, and it's my people who are Americans who speak English. I'm sorry. Like, this is just insane. For us to have a United States representative that is speaking not English to who? That's my question. Who are you speaking to?
And look at the top up there. It says what? Elect what?
Elect Democrat.
Elect Democrat.
I mean, we could have guessed that. I don't need a sign to tell me he's a Democrat. Mm-hmm. But I mean, come on, man. Like, this is absolutely insane. How are you meant to represent Ohio when I would assume majority of Ohio you're meant to be representing and speaking to can't even understand you when you're supposed to be addressing them.
But remember, we just did a video, didn't we?
We did indeed.
From the lady from Columbus, Ohio.
Correct.
Which is where he
is a representative.
From. And she said that little Mogadishu in Minneapolis has nothing on Columbus, Ohio. And now
here we see
as I dug in,
this guy's out here speaking jibbly jobbly to the freaking all of Ohio, I guess.
Because the lady said, hey, Columbus has got nothing, or Minneapolis has nothing on Columbus. I needed to dig, and this is what I found.
We found Ishmael Mohammed, who's naming streets after people from Somalia.
Naming streets in Columbus, Ohio.
And it really makes you beg the question, like, you can't just change a street name. So people have to sign off on that.
Correct.
So who's signing off on this and why? Like, this is absolutely insane. And
they're just doing it's a house resolution. He just knows how to game the system. When all the people that are going to say no to those house resolutions just kind of aren't around, he can slip through whatever house resolution he wants. They know what What are
They're
Somalis
master
good
scammers.
at? Exactly.
They know how to play the system.
And I'm going to keep bringing it to you, and you can keep calling me racist or prejudiced. You know what?
Thankfully, we haven't seen any comments like that yet. But
I am just noticing, and I know patterns, and I see patterns.
Bingo.
And now when those are revealed, when that lady said, "Hey, take a look at Columbus," I went and took a look at Columbus, and I'm just showing you what I found. So let's finish.
What I want to say first is that I don't understand, like, how did we become so complacent that we got here?
It's not just complacent. We took our medicine. The liberal Democrats that
he's an attorney at law.
Yep, that said, you can't say anything against the Somali community, otherwise you're racist. And then, we can't do that. And then remember the censorship and when that all happened, that huge censorship regime, we lived under it.
Oh, big time.
We're breaking those chains off now and going, wait a minute. I complied with this crap. Oh, I better not say that. People will think I'm this or that. You know what? It's our country. It's our people. No, it's not. You're sitting there speaking Somali to a bunch of Somalians. That's not my country. That's not my people. So if you can be proud of being Somali, how come I can't be proud of being American, white, Scandinavian? Puerto Ricans get to be proud of being Puerto Rican.
Literally everybody else gets to be proud of their heritage except for white people.
And
has anyone stopped to think about that?
And that changes now. I am going to forever say that I am proud of my heritage, and I'm proud of being white.
Yep.
That doesn't mean that somebody that is a different color than I am is less than me. But that means that I can be proud too. If the Italians can be proud of their Italian heritage, if the Poles can be proud of their heritage, if the Irish can be proud of theirs, they don't call themselves white.
Oh, no, but they are.
Yeah. So I will say that I am proud of my heritage, and I'm proud of being white, because my heritage in this country is deep and hard fought for.
Yep.
Hard working.
Do you know whose backs this country was built on?
Oh, the blacks say their backs.
It wasn't.
No, but everybody had a piece of that. We had, as Grandma calls them, Chinamen that built railroads. They did.
Yep.
And they were kept appeased with opium dens. That was wrong.
Yep.
You can never take away the hard work of the Chinese in America for that transcontinental railroad or any other railroads. That was hard work. And they were used as just about slave labor, indentured servitude.
Exactly.
But they came up out of that into creating amazing heritage of their own here in America. They did their indentured servitude. They built from there.
Yep.
They don't look at themselves as victims, even though they were victimized.
Exactly.
I see none of that from the Somali community.
And
they've done nothing in 30 years.
Here's the final thing I want to point out before we finish heebie-deebie over here. I am all for religious freedom. We are built on religious freedom. The difference is the Muslim religion is the only one that wants to kill anybody who is not Muslim.
And our forefathers...
Kill or convert. That's what the Quran says.
Our forefathers...
And that's not a religion.
No.
That is dangerous because they do kill and they do hurt. And their goal is to infiltrate, to change everybody over to Islam and Muslim.
And if you don't,
then you should be killed.
And
that is what they want to do. And that is not religious freedom.
And when our founders talked about religious freedom, they talked about it in the scope and sense of the Western civilization.
Correct.
Whatever is good, true, and beautiful, that which came through Aristotle and Socrates and Plato, which Western civs stopped being taught here in America 20 to 30 years ago. Why?
It was way before me. I
Deep
didn't
dive.
get taught that.
Exactly, because they don't want you to know your history. This does not align with American history or the religious freedoms that our Constitution has said you all will have religious freedom. That is Catholic, Protestant, Orthodox, evangelical, all that say that there is a God and a Jesus Christ. Those are your religious freedoms, not something that is under the Nation of Islam at all. Because look up the Barbary pirates, and you'll see that hundreds of years ago we were fighting off Islam. Way back then. Look up Jones, the beginning of the Navy was because of the Barbary pirates. Can't remember his name. Well, you'll look him up. You'll figure it out.
Even so, with all that being said, yes, the protections were meant to be under someone or religions that believed in God and Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. However, when you look at other religions such as Hinduism, Buddhism, etc., 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 they are well within their right to practice those religions because they are peaceful.
Yep.
And they do not impact anyone else.
And they aren't coming here to try to push it upon our nation and
Exactly.
capture our nation.
They're here to make a life for themselves and their family.
They also must assimilate.
And they do. And that's what I'm saying is their values, although they may call their higher power something else, the values are very similar to Christianity. And that's why it works, because they believe in a lot of the same things that we do. And the whole kill the infidels thing, that's literally only Muslims. That's it.
Is the Nation of Islam.
Correct.
There are peace-loving Muslims, but Islamists, no. But let's go ahead and finish this.
Yeah, well, I don't really want to, but I suppose we better.
wixii marka hadafkeenu waxa runtii anagoo isku duuban inaan u laabi gareyn karno dalka Soomaaliya garab u noqon karno baahiyooyinka hadda loo deyn cafiskii xaaladaha badda la xiriiraya marka qof kasta oo kala madaxay degan inuu deegaankiisa khaasatan ah fadlan coday insha Allah garab baan kaga baahanaa runtii naay taageeraan kaga baahanahay na guryahan la gadacin baa u baahanahay aad iyo aad baan kaga mahadcelinaynaa.
Yikes. As you hear sirens in the background.
Yep.
Do you notice that?
So we have to use the money from America to build up Somalia. So
and forgive
their vote for
debt?
me. So vote for me.
You want American taxpayers to relieve the debt of Somalia for you. Are you kidding me? No one in Columbus should be voting for that. I'm sorry. Nobody. Nope. That's insane.
And now we popped back over to Liz Collin from Alpha News that wanted to seek answers. So all of the fraud from the Somali community that we want answers for, she went to the Minnesota Capitol to get those answers from the governor, from the attorney general. Let's go ahead and watch that.
With massive fraud gripping the state, Minnesotans are asking questions, looking for answers, and demanding accountability. So Alpha News went to the state capitol and reached out to Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison. But here's what happened.
Oh boy.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. My name is Liz Collin. I'm with Alpha News. I'm wondering if Governor Walz is here or anyone that I can speak with about fraud in Minnesota.
So unfortunately, I'm unable to comment on any of that, but let me see if our press secretary is here.
Okay. The reason I'm here, it's been several years and all of our questions have gone unanswered.
Yeah, let me see if our
Several
press secretary
years.
is available to comment on anything. I believe they're looking for comment.
So right off the bat, I just want to point this out in case anybody missed it. They've all been given a gag order.
Yep.
I mean, they're not allowed to say jack diddly about anything.
Just wait until you go to the Attorney General.
So it goes from, is there anybody here, to, well, let me see, I can't comment. First things first, I can't say anything, but let me see if the press secretary's here.
Fraud in Minnesota?
That's right.
Okay. She just asked that like an email be sent. I don't know if she's in a meeting right now or something, but
So our questions will just remain unanswered. She can't speak with us. No one's here.
this is just all I was told. I'm not gonna.
This is
speak
just all
on
I
behalf
was
of the
told.
office, that would, but so I'm just passing on what the press secretary has told me.
I would just say I'll wait.
I can re-provide you that email address if that would be helpful.
We have the email address, and we will just continue emailing. But
Like they have
I'm
for 3
sorry about
years.
that.
okay. Thank you for trying.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it.
I feel sorry for that guy.
I do too, I was going to say
My
that.
name's
Now-
Liz
now we're
Collin.
going
I'm with
to-
Alpha News. Is Attorney General Ellison available, or anyone in this office, to answer a few questions about fraud in Minnesota?
I don't know. I can call Press Secretary John Stiles
Okay.
or Ryan.
We've just had many of our questions go unanswered personally by the Attorney General, so we were wondering if he'd be willing to answer any questions.
He's not available, first of all.
First of all, see the big old Somali flag back there, which of course is the new Minnesota flag.
Because the old one was racist, according to Tim Walz.
Okay. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, I will call her back.
Also, what's with the plexiglass in front of her desk?
Good question, huh?
That is super weird. Is it still like we're pretending COVID can't go around the corner of the plexiglass? Or
Well, I'm also wondering if it is bulletproof.
if it's bulletproof, then why don't you have it on the other side? That doesn't make any sense.
Then it must just be for germs.
I mean, look, you've got this whole thing right here that it's open. So if you're worried about gun, then you probably should have it on all sides. And maybe not a giant gap right in the middle here. Just a thought.
I know.
The answer is no. You
Oh,
will
the
not
answer is
have-
no.
You
The
will
answer is
never,
no
ever
what?
have one, she
No,
said.
you will not have a meeting.
Ever with the Attorney General?
No, I just,
That's the answer?
no.
Wow.
It just seems strange that the top law enforcement officer in Minnesota is not willing to answer questions.
The answer is no. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you for trying.
Sure. Bye now.
What the heck, dude?
So, the question I have is, how is this a government by the people and for the people if the people never get to ask a question?
You are not wrong. And that's what I'd like to know.
You will never. You heard that lady.
She was very clear.
You will never have a meeting with the Attorney General. You will never be able to ask him a question. Never. No. And that is a lady from a news organization. And Liz Collin was on, I think, Fox News out of Minneapolis for almost 20 years until she started her own news network, Alpha News. So this lady has been
In the news game for a long
at the top
time.
of the news game, and everybody knows who she is in Minneapolis. But no, not you.
I've got Liz Collins at my desk. She wants a meeting with you.
You will never talk to the Attorney General. And so you wonder why Columbus is overrun with Somalis, why Minneapolis is overrun with Somalis, why fraud is rampant.
Well, we know why. It's pretty freaking clear.
There's no accountability.
Nobody's
Nobody has to
answering
answer
for anything.
Nope.
And they are not being made to.
No.
That's the other thing too, is like, yes, they're out here refusing to answer, but no one's coming back saying you can't refuse. Like, you need to answer these questions.
Correct.
They don't care if there's transparency or not.
Mm-mm.
They don't care if the American people get the truth. They don't care if our questions are answered. We mean nothing to them.
The ruling class doesn't need you.
And that's you took the
Period.
words right out of my mouth. We are no better than a peasant.
Mm-mm.
That's just, you know.
Have you figured out yet where we are? We are living
in, you know?
Yeah, we're living in ever after. We're living in nothing but elites and peasants.
Might as well be.
So
Yeah.
if you're not an elite, you're a peasant.
Yep.
But remember, the Democrats need to puff you up for you to vote for them. So they puff your head full of crap, make you think that you are partnering with them.
Girl power.
And all they're doing is continuing to tie strings to you so that you will do what they need you to do.
Yep.
And you just keep doing it because you are brainwashed, propagandized, lied to, and you swallow it hook, line, and sinker. But those of us that don't swallow it anymore and say, nope, rhinos, Republican gross sickos, we're done with you. We're done with the Republicans that have meshed with the Democrats because the one thing that they have in common is power. They want power, and they'll do whatever it takes to keep you voting for them. We're not voting for them. And if you're a Democrat that's still voting for Democrats in the United States in 2025, you need to wake up, because you are a pawn. You're a pawn. If you don't have a problem with being a pawn, great. I have a problem with being a pawn. I won't be one.
Me either.
So that's the end of that for me.
Time to wake up. If Alpha News isn't allowed to ask questions, what makes you think you will be?
You won't be.
Think about that.
Stop voting Democrat in Minneapolis, in Minnesota altogether.
Yep.
Stop it.
I don't care if you vote Republican, but just don't vote Democrat.
No.
Truthfully. I mean,
No.
that's how I feel about it.
Mm-mm.
Till the next one.
Bye.
Bye.